I'm Nancy.
And I'm Anthony, or Tony.
And we're going to be going on a cruise pretty soon. But you're going to be going
So I have work.
to work. Where do you have work?
Down in Clearwater, Florida.
Yep. So I'll be hanging out with Anthony for a couple of days. We're going to be in Tampa and visiting up with Matt and Sandy from the Cruise Geeks, and also Griffin and Alyssa. We get to go out to supper and meet some of these cruise vloggers that I'm really looking forward to meeting up with.
Yeah, it'll be fun. So
we thought that we would just introduce ourselves before our trip and talk a little bit about what we're looking forward to. We're going on the Carnival Horizon, cruising out of Miami on the 23rd of February. So we're going to be flying for this one because Tony gets free flight with his work. He gets work coverage, and then we get free included work covered hotel for the first 5 days.
Yep.
And a car to be able to rent. And so then we're going to be renting that car so that Tony can get around town and I can also get around town.
Yep.
And then we're going to be driving that car down to Miami, dropping that off at the rental, and staying overnight at an Airbnb.
Yeah, in Little Havana.
Yeah. So
it'll be fun.
That's going to be interesting. Looking forward to that. Don't know what that's going to be like at all. A little bit nervous, but Miami area in general. I don't know.
Not that area. I'm not too worried about that area.
So
there are other areas I worry about in Miami, but not that area that we're going to be in. So it'll be nice.
I hope so.
Yeah.
So looking forward to that. New experience there. And then new experience with going on the Carnival Horizon.
Mm-hmm.
So do you know what you're looking forward to the most with the Horizon? Not
really. I mean, I like being on the ship. I just like that aspect to it. I like the sea days and just kind of relaxing. That's more the big thing for me.
You like going up to port, pulling up anytime we pull up to port. You like to look at.
I like watching the boat. I like watching boat action.
The mechanics of the.
Yeah. How they. I really like boats. I like going out on the sea and
ocean.
But
it's a ship. You can't call it a boat.
I like boats.
It's a big boat.
I also like ships as a subclass of boats. But, yeah.
But you like, when we get to port, you like seeing them.
I like to see the actions.
Throw out the big ropes and.
Yeah, well, and especially
how they maneuver the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's tricky. I know how difficult that is. So.
And you don't see Anthony much out on the chats. He works all the time. Works a lot.
I work all the time.
I'm
either working at work or I'm working at the house or I'm...
He's a hard worker and you know what, it's more like he likes to unwrap the package as the cruise goes along. Yes. And I like to plan out our cruises so I suck him into planning some of the time, but otherwise he likes to just kind of go along with it as it comes, right?
I like to see what comes.
Yeah, and I like to be part of planning everything and dreaming about it, and that's part of why I'm so active out in chats and the live streams, and that's kind of like a addiction of mine.
Well, I'm kind of excited about just doing the drive through the Everglades. That'll be fun. So I'm actually kind of looking forward to that prior to this. So we've got a drive from Tampa all the way down to Miami. So we're going to be going down the major highway there through the Everglades area, and that'll be fun.
And we're going to also, that morning, on Friday morning before our cruise, we leave on Saturday. So the Friday before our cruise, we're going to try to fit in a little time at the Tampa Aquarium.
Yep.
So much to look forward to.
Yeah.
I might even be able to check out the manatees in the area in Tampa where they go to by the power plant there where they have warm water going out while Tony's working hard. So, yeah, looking forward to that. And so, do you remember where we're going on the Horizon? Where are we stopping? Where is our port stops?
So we've got Grand Turk, we've got San Juan, Puerto Rico, and we've got Dominican Republic. No, we don't have DR.
No, that's later, and that's not you're not going
so
on that
many
one.
Cruises, so many ports.
You're not going on that. You're not going to DR at all.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
So then is it St. Kitts?
Yep.
All right.
And one more.
Didn't I list that?
All right, so you have
Grand
Turk, Puerto
San
Rico,
Juan, St. Kitts.
St. Kitts,
There's one more?
St. Martin.
Oh.
We're doing the Flying Dutchman in St. Martin.
Oh.
Anyway, we're doing the same tour that Sharon at Sea and Roy and Amanda Shows just got done doing. So we're just
It'll be fun.
repeating it. Yeah, except for us. Anyway, we're going to show you our take on how we do that. And looking forward to showing you guys all of our adventures and do some beginning vlogging. So what did we decide on? How did we decide on doing our camera this time around?
Which camera?
Well, you share what we're going to do our vlogging on.
So
what we're going to try to vlog on.
well, on the camera we're working on right now, we've got some new iPhone 10s that are X's, because we just took a look at the cameras and some of the features and things. We've got an older DSLR that we're looking to.
It's a Nikon.
It's an older Nikon digital body, but it doesn't have some of the features that we were looking for. It's really nice for distance shots and other things like that, so we'll probably bring that along. And then the iPhones, which were probably going to be our day-to-day camera for videos and other things, because
we'll always have them with us.
Yeah, and they're really good quality. I mean, comparatively for what we were looking at.
Well, and I like them because it's just easy to use.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm going to have them with me, and they're easy to use. So that's
so we
where
do have
we're
one
doing
action
that.
cam that we're bringing, and then I have a Mavic Pro Platinum that
Which
drone,
is what? Which is a drone.
which is a drone. So I've been practicing with that.
He
That
got
should be
that
fun.
for his birthday, for his 50th year
Yeah.
birthday, and so
So-
we're going to try to take that out on the ports and play around with that, get some drone shots. And
It'll be our first time cruising with a drone,
drone.
so it'll be interesting to see, because I'm a little nervous about all of the rules and regulations, because that's a hot topic right now in the industry. Is that
it seems like Carnival is pretty good about allowing you to take the drones along.
It's not so much Carnival.
Maybe the
it's
ports, trying and
ports
making
are gonna
sure
be
that
the
we're
issue.
working around the ports and the fly zones, and
Right.
making sure that we are ready with that, so that we don't have too much trouble. You got a flotation
Yeah.
device for that, just in case
Yeah.
if it gets lost or if it gets out, it'll float the device up.
Yeah.
If we can retrieve that drone, no
Then I
matter
can
what,
swap it out.
then he has a guarantee on it, so that he
Yeah.
can. Then we
Yeah,
can.
we've got
We don't
the
have to be afraid
DJI,
of flying it.
we got the DJI thing for that. So yeah, so we should be good. Should
So
be
looking
fun.
forward to sharing some
Yeah.
awesome footage with you guys. Hopefully that'll work out. And
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
yeah, so that's a little bit of
Take it as
introduction.
it comes.
Yeah, yep. So what is one of your biggest cruise memories that you've had?
I don't know. Probably you winning that contest with.
It was
winning
pool
those-
games.
Yes, the pool games, the ship on a stick.
Yeah, I got a ship on a stick from Carnival Breeze doing pool games. I was out on the Lido. Sometimes we like to be out on the Lido, enjoying the
And the morning
Enjoying
breakfast
that.
burritos.
breakfast burritos from Blue Iguana Cantina. Are amazing. We just love them. And before we cruised, we had no idea
Yeah.
like how good they were. I was like, why?
There's
is
all
a
sorts of fun
breakfast
stuff.
burrito so
I think
amazing?
another one is going down to the piano bar with Eddie.
Yeah, with our son
With our son, yeah. So going down there, that was fun.
doing a sing along.
Yeah. So piano bar was a fun thing.
So, what's your memory?
How about
of
you?
For me, my favorite cruise moments. I think that winning that ship on a stick at pool games was a blast. That was something I did not expect, and it's just kind of goes to show you. I would recommend just volunteering for stuff if you don't. If you're comfortable doing that, I would recommend volunteering for things. I'm not super outgoing, but I don't know. I kind of take on a different personality when we're cruising.
Mm-hmm.
So I like to have fun with it. And
Not the sea nights
let's see, the sea nights.
in our cabin, just you and me.
I like those too. That's a lot of fun. Oh.
She's going to edit that.
Well, that's part of the fun of going on a cruise, right?
Right.
So, yeah, I like the sea nights. I like the sea days. I like you. I might not edit it. What else have I enjoyed doing? I think the thing I like about cruising the most is the call when you're out to sea and you're watching the waves go by. And just that sound of the waves going by, and that blue ocean, that dark blue Caribbean Sea. I don't know. There's something magical to me about that, and being on that grand vessel, and the crew. You know how the crew.
It's a ship, not a vessel.
And how the crew just make you feel so. So special, and I really appreciate the crew from all over and getting to know the crew a little bit, and just really appreciate the service that we've gotten on Carnival. Yeah. So tell me about Cozumel and why you have to be careful when we visit Cozumel.
Cozumel's out to get me.
It had been out to get him
On a couple of occasions.
Last time, so the last
Yeah,
week,
but all I did was sit in a beach chair the whole time in order to avoid it.
Yep.
So
we've been on 3 cruises before, and they've all been Western Caribbean cruises. We've been to Cozumel 3 times, to Roatan twice.
I like Roatan.
And very much Roatan. That's what Tony does from La Vida Loca. You
I'm
didn't
not
know
gonna
that.
do
He
that.
doesn't.
I'm not going to do that.
And then Belize twice, like Belize too, but like Roatan too.
Believe
Like-
you me.
Yeah, better Belize it.
Mm-hmm.
And then where else? We've been to Jamaica, to Montego Bay, Jamaica
Yep.
once, and where was it?
Well, I
Cozumel,
actually
our first cruise. Oh, and Grand Cayman.
in Grand Cayman. Yeah, in Jamaica, Ocho Rio.
Yeah, we went
Blue
from.
Hole.
Yep, we went to Blue Hole.
That's a pretty
Ocho
good
Rios.
place for me because I had vertigo prior to that, and we did some cliff diving in Blue Hole, even with the vertigo, and I hit the water.
Cliff jumping.
Jumping, yeah, not diving, jumping.
It was like, but it's from a height that.
It was a good height.
Yeah, it was a big height. When
Yeah.
I jumped, how high was it up?
It was about 26 feet.
Okay.
No, it was only like 26.
It felt like 80 feet. When I was out there and I was jumping, I was like,
My highest is 68. But
it
that's,
felt like I felt
Only
like
like
the
28.
Roadrunner, like get me back, get me back, get me back.
Yes.
Why did I do this? And then I do the jump, and
but my vertigo cleared up there, so that's always going to be a good place for me.
that was
Yeah.
excellent. So yeah, and Grand Cayman was awesome. That
Yes.
was like one of our favorite ports
I
of all
like that
time.
island. It's got a good vibe to it, though.
The Grand Cayman,
Yeah.
yeah.
The island itself has a good vibe.
It feels very safe.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Plus, the coral reef is amazing. So, yeah. So why is Cozumel such a hard port for you?
Oh, Cozumel is just out to get me. It's just
Well,
what it is.
share with them
So
about why.
in the 3 events that we've had there, the first one, I went out snorkeling by myself, which I shouldn't have done, and it was a lot of fun. And I was swimming out towards one of the markers, and it seemed really easy. So I thought, wow, I'm not doing too bad for my swimming. But what I didn't realize was when I turned around to try and come in, I was in a rip current, and it was trying to take me out to sea.
Like a riptide,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was a riptide, and I didn't have anything for flotation device on really,
Nope.
because I.
How
had
did you
natural
get out?
buoyancy.
How did you get out all by yourself? Why? Because we were with a family. We were with our
Yeah.
family of 5, so it was me and 3 kids.
You guys had gone out and you came back and you were a little tired, and I just decided I was going to go out and just
Right.
snorkel for a little bit.
And we had food ordered, so I was waiting for the food and the
Right.
drinks to come back to us. And you,
So I was just going to go out just for a little bit. I didn't think it was that far. It was probably about 30, 35 feet offshore. And I got caught in this riptide, and it started to pull me. I mean, I swam for It was probably only like 45 seconds to a couple minutes. But I was realizing I wasn't making any progress. I was still right by the buoy, and I was swimming hard. And I realized that, so I ended
Started
up
to panic a bit.
a little panicky. But then I turned parallel to shore, which is what you should do, and started going parallel to shore. Well, by the time I got into shore, I was probably 500-600 feet, maybe 900 feet from down the road from where we were. So almost, a good distance. But where I came up was a rock wall, and you couldn't even get up. It was all slimy with stuff on it, so I could barely hang on there, and I was just exhausted. But was able to hang on to the rock wall long enough to catch my breath, and then kind of go along the wall till I got to some stairs. But yeah, it was really scary.
He came back and he was shaking. He was shaking.
I thought that was going to do.
He was going to drown for a little bit.
Yep.
Right? I mean, you were really exhausted.
I was really exhausted.
So
that was first adventure.
Note, if you're going to be snorkeling and you're not, like, no matter what your shape is.
There's a reason it's easy. It's not because you're in good shape.
Yeah, no matter what. Always go snorkeling with somebody else.
Right.
And if you get caught in a rip tide or rip current.
And have a flotation device with you.
Yeah,
that
and
would
if
be
you get
another
caught,
thing. Would be nice.
then you have to know to swim parallel.
Because if I had a flotation device,
that sun is too much.
It's beaten down.
I'm
That's okay.
sorry. The sun keeps on
It's fine.
coming.
It's just going to come.
This is our beginning vlog, so anyway, forgive us.
They don't need forgiving. It's just, you got to be okay with it. It's you that has to be in acceptance, not them.
Okay.
So.
And then what else with Cozumel?
So the next time we were there, thought, well, we'll just hang out in the pool. And I just decided I wasn't going to go swimming. So we were hanging out in the pool. And I thought the pool was deep enough.
So where was this pool?
This was
in Cozumel.
In Cozumel, yeah.
Where's the pool we like so much? Do you not remember?
It's not Mr. Sancho's.
No, we never went to Mr.
No,
Sancho's
yet.
We want to go to Mr. Sancho's. It's Paradise Beach.
Paradise Beach.
They have a lovely, lovely pool and a really nice place.
And it's fairly deep, and I thought, well, I could do a backflip in it, and I went to do a backflip, and they have tiles in the pool.
Oh, yeah. It's a very beautiful pool.
When you rub your bald head against the tiles, it ends up producing...
He did a backflip and scraped his head on the bottom of the pool and came up from the water and was completely bleeding all over.
My face.
He looked like he had been scalped. It was horrible. And I'm a nurse, so it really was scary.
Well, and it was just painful for the rest of the trip.
And because it was the top of your head, it just bled like crazy. It wasn't that bad.
No, it wasn't that bad. It was just a cut.
Were super, weren't they?
Yeah, they were awesome. But it was just funny.
They tended to, immediately, they got the medic guy there, and he was bandaging and making sure you were okay. And
but when we were in Roatan later, the monkeys wanted to go after that sore.
That was he was right up here, and those monkeys kept on trying to get after it, so that was a pain. Yeah. So anyway, that last time that we were in Cozumel, you were just laying low.
I just laid low. We just ordered some service, and that was good.
Let me fix you. Good job.
So.
Yeah. So that's us. Our first trip, we went with the whole family. We have 2 daughters and a son. They're now young adults, so they're 22, 20, and 19. And our daughter is in Japan right now studying for a semester. And and we have a daughter home, and our son is at school. So getting older. So our first trip was with the whole family.
Yep.
And then the second trip was just with us.
Right.
And third trip was the whole family again.
Yeah, the whole family.
And now we have several. Well, now we have this one coming up with just us.
It's just a couple coming up.
Yeah, we have. I
think we're booked till 2020.
We have six cruises booked.
In the next 2 years.
And you're coming with me for 4 of them, and then we said that before the kids get too old, I wanted to do a mother-daughter trip 1-on-1 with each of the daughters. So I'm doing that, and you're going to be doing a father-son
We're thinking
NASCAR
about
kind of a thing.
or Monte Carlo or something.
Some
yeah.
kind of racing thing.
Yeah.
So anyway, looking forward to our cruises. Our last cruise that we just booked was on the Mardi Gras. Looking forward to that fun new ship too.
Yep.
So anyway, well, thank you guys for listening. Do you have anything else you want to add?
No, I'm good.
So anyway, we're the Plaques, and we're going to be cruising soon and sharing our journeys with you. And yeah,
That's
till next time. Bye.